pulse of the VI. Listen close and you will see why. The information will set you free. Stand together, never divide. Pulse VI.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Virgin Islands.
Good afternoon, our listener. This is Pulse VI. You're here with your host, The Swing Show.
And BVI Chick.
How are we doing today?
So glad the weekend is here.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a rough weekend for everybody in the BVI, period.
Oh, God, it's been so much happening.
Because everybody I've been talking to just kind of seems tired or overwhelmed with work.
I don't know. I think Irma just drained us so that it's taken a while. For me, it's like, I don't understand. My evenings, I'm dead tired. My days, I'm dead tired.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's mentally draining. It's physically draining. And hopefully we can catch a break.
Hopefully. What's new?
We had a lot going on this week.
A lot. Which one you want to talk about first?
Let's talk about the Blaze.
Oh my God, the Blaze. My family in St. Thomas were going crazy. They're like, we're smelling it. Are you guys okay? Get masks, get whatever.
Right.
Run for cover. I mean, really, they're like, but I didn't smell it in King Garden Bay.
Were they smelling it in West End? I mean, obviously, they have to be in St. Thomas.
They say it was bad. I see people posting that persons in West End should look alternate locations to live or to move to at the moment, because I think the smoke's going to be around for a while still.
So it's
like
still...
The smoke is still there.
The smoke is still there.
Yeah.
Okay.
The fire has been contained.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. It did scare us a little bit.
Yeah.
People had a little bit of a panic. And I think the reason being is because it got out of control, and then you hear rumors that the fire trucks ran out of water.
All kinds of rumors. Yeah.
Then they said they're just gonna I guess wet the surrounding areas.
They kind of dig a trench so the water could come in.
Right.
And I think they got help from the USVI.
Yeah. Well, thank God for that, because if it had gotten out of hand, we would have probably needed a plane to drop some chemicals.
Oh God, I call it Mount Irma.
Mount Irma?
Yeah, because that's where they put all the Irma trash.
I mean, yeah. And we could have used that trash too. We could have used that trash in terms of recycling.
Yeah.
I know of a guy who was actually starting a recycling
I do too.
business. It might be the same guy.
It might be
I wouldn't
the same
mention
guy.
his name on
I
air.
wouldn't either.
But that is potentially a
yeah, he's
billion-dollar
excited about
industry.
that.
Yeah, he should be. I
Really.
think it's the same person we're talking about.
I think so.
What else happened in the BVI?
Oh my God. Well, the Willie T came home
Yeah.
to controversy.
Yeah.
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 What do you feel about that?
Kind of devastated.
Yeah.
Angry.
Oh, wow.
Upset.
Yeah.
Because Willie T is probably the best place to go to in the BVI.
Yeah, and
I'm
after
sorry,
35 years.
After 35 years,
Yeah.
it's been a landmark
Yeah.
for such a long time. People all over the world talk about Willie T. They come to Tatola just to go to Willie T.
Yeah, it's pretty controversial. I was just on Facebook checking Richard George's page, and he has a commentary going on, and it's really hot and heated. I mean, he really did some extensive research. So if folks want to hop over to his Facebook page and see what's going on there, I mean, lots of responses. Yeah, he's talking about the fact that William Thornton was a Quaker. He left there when he was 5, came back at 27.
Yeah.
He also enslaves persons. So it's pretty in-depth. So persons would go over there and check it out and chime in.
Yeah. What's your take on the whole situation?
Well, I did do the Willie T drum twice in my life with my clothes on. Let me just say that, because my son
Disclaimer.
was with me both
So if
times.
he wasn't with you,
I probably still would have, because I'm a little chicken. I'm a chicken. But yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I've been there when there was like a party boat attached to it.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Those folks were having a good time.
Yeah.
So I think, I mean, it's a landmark for tourists. So, people are used to it. It's just like Bumba.
Right. Right.
So
I mean, I saw the statement that the government put out.
Oh God. Yeah.
And
politically
I'm
correct
sorry,
statement.
but I don't buy it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of rumors that there's much more in the mortar.
Right.
You know what I mean? Of course, we don't have all the information. So if anyone with all the information wants to hit us up and let us know what's really going on,
Yeah.
we don't mind.
Yeah. Please.
Hit us up. Let us know.
Let us know. You could go to our Facebook page and you could talk to us actually right now.
Right now.
I'm online right now, so you could just go to the Pulse VI Facebook page and let us know your thoughts, or if you know any more information.
Definitely.
We'd like to know. But as for me, in my personal opinion, this has nothing to do with Pulse VI. My personal views on it is I don't buy it, and I don't believe that it had any environmental issues whatsoever. I feel like somebody got a big check to say, no, we don't want this here anymore, and we want Pirates Bite to be the only thing that's over there.
Okay.
And ever since After Alma, I don't know if you listeners out there has been to Pirate Bites after Alma, but after Alma, the prices has went through the roof.
Oh wow!
It's ridiculous. Wow. It's almost as if they really don't want. They don't want us over there. The locals over there.
Oh wow! Interesting.
And you go over there and you buy a Coors Light. You spend $11.86, and they want to do a service charge on top of that.
Wow!
And then you go and you buy a mixed drink, or you buy a shot of Hennessy, and it's 18 something.
Oh my God! Yeah.
You buy ice and they add service charge to it. So it's kind of ridiculous. I don't know if the new management is aware of it, but they're really making locals uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable.
And you don't know what's the underlying.
Right, and there's always an underlying. Yeah. But in my opinion, they don't want locals there. They just want to make it a high class tourist attraction, which is fine. Yeah. But come down on the prices just a little bit.
Definitely. I mean, everyone's hurting, and we're all trying to recover together.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
What else you got?
Well, I'm excited because the Rotong Ferry Dock is reopening tomorrow.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
And I mean, I was one of the persons that endured the rain when I got off the ferry while it was at the Pear Park.
Yeah.
Got wet, got all my stuff wet. So I, for one, excited. And plus I could get packages sent to me again.
Yeah, true.
Because you couldn't get packages sent while it was at the ferry dock. So that really, hurt me. Really.
Well, there you go, folks. The ferry terminal will be opening tomorrow.
Yeah.
So you can now take your boat to St. Thomas.
And I'm surprised that we're not having a grand reopening because, we like to have reopening and all kinds of ribbon cuttings for everything. So I was surprised I didn't see that. But, it might be coming. Who knows?
I'm kind of
But it looks good from the outside.
Yeah.
It looks more roomy.
Yeah, it does. It sure does.
Yeah.
I'm kind of not surprised. Maybe they're over it. Maybe they just want to say, hey, let's just go start.
Okay.
Ground running.
We'll see.
The ground running.
We'll see.
Yeah.
And then, did you know about the thing with Bob Marley's granddaughter in California?
No.
Her and some of her friends were staying at an Airbnb in some plush neighborhood.
Yeah.
And apparently one of the neighbors waved to them and they didn't respond or wave back, and the neighbor called the cops and said that they were probably robbing the house.
Wow.
What I saw on Facebook, it seems like the cops were pretty peaceful and not, pushy or whatever. But of course, they keep trying to tell them that, where we have the okay to stay here. We have an Airbnb, and they show them their reservations and all that stuff. So I mean, the California Police Department thinks that they handle it professionally.
Yeah.
But I think the word is that Bob Marley granddaughter is going to sue. I did see her in a speech talking about the fact that, when they asked her to put her hands up, she didn't, because she didn't feel she was doing anything wrong. And, she's Rastafarian and they fear no one.
Yeah.
So more power to the girl.
Yeah, man, more power to them. And that's a tough thing to me because I've always heard about Airbnb. I never actually did it.
Okay.
But I've always felt that way. Like, what if I just go into this person's neighborhood and they just see a random person in the house next door?
Yeah.
It's like you never seen this person before, and then boom, here they are staying here for a week.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're black.
Yeah, and the owner of the Airbnb published a statement saying that they were in the wrong because her neighbor waved to them. They didn't respond. They were being rude to her neighbor. So she, applauded her neighbor for reaching out to the police and all that stuff.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. So, I mean, the world we live in today.
Wow. So if you don't heal back, they call the police on you, Blake.
Well, if you don't look like you belong, you better look like you belong.
Yeah, so I better use some cake soap. That's what you're saying.
And walk with a puppy.
All right.
Yeah?
Yep.
And guess what?
What?
Something's happening with the greenhouses.
Which greenhouses?
Oh, okay. You haven't been paying attention, huh?
No, I've been out of the loop.
Well, someone is getting some land leased from the government so that they could resuscitate the greenhouses. And inject some money into it. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Are they going to plan to grow cannabis in there?
I'm not sure. I guess
Okay.
we're going to wait till Foxy's event to know where we're going with that.
Yeah. And when is that, actually?
I think it's July 7th.
Okay.
Yeah, I've reached out to them, so we'll see.
Yeah.
'Cause
People need to understand, though, that it's not an event where you're going to consume marijuana.
Right.
And I think
it's an
young people-
educational
exactly.
event.
It's an educational
Right.
event. They just want to bring the topic back up to discussion
And
again.
it's important because it's the medicinal values are there. They've been proven.
Right.
So I mean, it's important. It's important.
Yeah. I've
So-
worked in a cannabis dispensary for years, so I can go on and on and on.
You
about
just have so
how-
many talents. I just don't know what to do with you. Where have you not worked?
McDonald's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you haven't said Whopper or
No.
fish fillet?
No,
Okay.
ever, unless I was ordering it.
That's a good one. That's a good one. You're just too much for me.
There's something I noticed about this week. I noticed a lot of people had posts about price inflation in terms of rent, apartment rent.
Oh, wow. Yes, that's an issue. I mean, I'm not a landlord, so I don't know if I'm in the position to speak, but I think it's probably twofold. I mean, the landlords, the expense to rebuild in the BVI, let me tell you something,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine it.
Okay.
But at the same time, we have apartments going from 800 to 1,500.
Yeah.
You have one bedrooms that
But
used
you
to
have
be
to
700
realize,
to 1,500.
But again, it's twofold. I mean, because I own a property and went through filing an insurance claim, you have to come out of pocket that 2%.
Yeah.
So if your claim was $60,000, you come out your pocket 2%. The insurance company keeps off the back.
Yeah.
Right, and then your deductible on top of that. So let's say, for instance, by the time you're finished, you're ending up with $45,000. You have to come up with $15,000 to get your house fixed properly.
Wow.
So I mean, people don't understand. I don't say that what they're doing is not wrong. It needs to be done within reason.
Yes, I agree.
You understand
I
what I'm
agree.
saying?
There needs to be
and
some sort of
probably
control.
a tear,
Yeah.
not just instantly. You gradually, and
Right.
you sit and you discuss with your tenants because
Right. Make them
everybody's
aware.
going through hardship.
Don't just drop it on them. Don't be like, hey, I'm going to carry the rent up
Yeah.
tomorrow
Yeah.
by $500.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys.
My last thing before we go to break
Yeah.
is there's been a lot of posts on Facebook about Super Cop and what he's been doing. And I'm like, oh gosh, people didn't listen to Pulse VI last week. The commissioner sanctioned it.
Yeah.
And he explained that, there's a purpose for this
Right.
and they're getting what they're after.
Yeah.
So for
strategy,
persons
people.
out there, be patient. It's not going away.
Right.
It's not going away. So when you see him just pull over, make sure you have all your dots, I's, and your I's dot,
Yeah, T's
and your
crossed.
T's crossed, because, he'll pull you over.
I'm going to make an app, people. Don't worry. I'm going to make an app. We all going to know when Super Cop,
Where he's at?
every moment, okay?
I love it.
I'm going to do it.
I
Pulse
love it.
VI. You're here with the Swain Show and BVI Chick.
Yes.
Caribbean Superstation 90.9 FM. We'll be right back.
Up next with Janette Brin.
Posh Girl.
Pulse VI.
We're back. Caribbean Superstation 90.9 FM. You're here with the Swain Show and BVI Chick.
Hey.
And we have our guest here today. How are you?
I'm great.
She's like, I'm great.
Fashionista Janette Brin. Let me tell you guys about the earrings. I'm loving them.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, she is so fly.
Taino Boutique.
Oh,
Hey.
wow. Lovely, lovely.
You guys
So
will
how
see
you
it soon.
doing?
I'm doing great. I'm
You look
doing
great.
Can't complain.
Great.
There's so much going on, but
I know, and everyone's ready to hear about what's going on. Where do you want to start?
Oh my goodness. We could start with the amazing Caribbean Posh Girl Power Brunch coming up on May 19th.
Yes, tell
can
us
start
all
there.
about it.
Well, it's the third annual, and I have to give thanks to so many amazing women that have been supporting this event from day one.
Okay.
I could still remember day one, like yesterday. That moment of just experiencing exactly what this event was to be about and have it come to fruition.
Right.
It's Caribbean women coming together and just sharing their experiences, having fun.
Yeah.
That's the key thing. A lot of people ask me, well, why the Posh Girl Power Brunch? It's an empowering event,
Yeah.
but yet we call it the Posh Girl Power Brunch.
Because you're
Yes, we don't want to be apologetic about how we feel about ourselves.
Good.
We don't want to be apologetic for wanting to have fun and appreciate and enjoy each other.
Awesome.
And we have to make sure that we're continuously encouraging that to occur.
I think you're doing a good job with that.
I must also mention why I decided to, embark in this whole venture. It's because I was tired of us as Caribbean women being catty towards each other. Who she thinks
That
she
is
is?
that is so positive.
all
So
of that.
positive.
That's worldwide, though.
It's worldwide, but
we're in a small-
we're in a small
place.
community,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it has a greater impact in a smaller community.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And because we're in a smaller community, we should have the power to change it and make
agree.
a difference in this small island and our sister island, on and on and on, down the whole chain. We can make a difference.
Awesome.
And show the rest of the world the amazing Caribbean people that we are.
I know the pictures from the event is always bomb, always bomb, always bomb. But you started first with the magazine.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about the magazine.
So I've been doing Caribbean Posh since 2005. It's been a long time I've been at this little hustle.
That's really awesome.
Yeah, I was living in Maryland. I lived in Maryland for many years. That's where I went to undergrad and graduate school. Had my son and everything, and I just remember thinking, I want to do something entrepreneurial with myself.
Okay.
I don't want to be always working for someone else all the time. I want to be able to use my talents.
Great.
But at the same time, I wanted to do something that also created a platform for other people,
Okay.
particularly Caribbean people, Caribbean women, yes.
Yeah.
And so I loved fashion, of course. I love my culture. I love magazines and all this, stuff. And I said, I remember my son and I used to go into bookstores, and we'd go to the grocery store and be in the aisle with all the magazines and the books and things. And I said, you know what? I don't recall ever seeing anybody that represented me on the cover of a magazine.
That's
That's
deep, yeah.
Who would have thought that, I would be the crazy person to think I could just do this?
well, you just didn't think it. You did it.
Without thinking, I just started. I would pick up the magazine and really look hard into how these magazines were coming to be, how the
Right.
Essences and the Vogues and all of them were coming to be, and learning about the whole publishing world. And then I learned the term that I'm actually creating a niche publication.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, I'm a niche? Okay. because then, or niche, I think some
Niche,
people say. Because that's when I realized I needed lots and lots of money that I didn't have.
Right.
But I didn't let that discourage me.
Good.
I said, we're just going to take this step by step. I made the phone calls. I called magazines and was inquiring about the publishing and the
Okay.
distribution and all that. And I figured out how to do my own distribution, and I learned people don't realize, or maybe realize by now, when you go to the airport, say you're in JFK and you see Essence lined up, they pay for that.
Yeah,
Yes.
they do.
They pay thousands and thousands of
To be
dollars
there.
so that
Definitely.
you could see them first.
Definitely.
So that you could see them on the top of the shelf
Yeah.
and the whole length of the shelf
Yeah.
in the airport, in 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
All these chains have their different price
Right.
schedules for what you want to achieve.
So you had to learn all of
I had to
that.
learn all of that.
Wow.
And then I remember the whole social media game came into play. I remember first getting on Facebook for the first time, and remember when Hi-Fi was...
Yes. Yes. I remember. that.
all these things, and I just learned to, take advantage of that social media platform as it was quickly growing.
Right.
And I think that was the most cost-effective way to help grow the brand. So, I just keep trucking, and here I am.
Hey, you are
Lovely.
13 years later?
Yes.
Wow.
Still doing it, and
Wow.
it's amazing, and it's allowed me to meet such wonderful
I was going to
people.
say the networking opportunity.
Yeah, it must be amazing.
Wonderful people.
Wow.
One of which is the second time a panelist at the brunch, Miss Yvette Knowles-Shore.
Okay.
She's an amazing woman.
Yeah.
She is, I can't even describe her, how amazing she is when you have the opportunity to meet her. Yvette from Grenada.
Okay.
She's the most influential publicist in the world, recognized by many. She's Beyonce's publicist. She's represented or represents a number of big names in the industry today, and she's been honored by a number of organizations from Billboard to, top Caribbean organizations recognizing Yvette for her work and her influence. When I first met Yvette, she was at Sony Records, head of PR there, and that's how she helped coordinate an interview with Wyclef Jean at the time.
Okay.
And I remember driving to New York to go to her office and sit down. I remember she treated me no different than, say, the Essence or the Vogue or whoever.
Wow.
She was like, Wyclef, she drove
important.
all the way up here to interview you. You're going to, she was ordering him around. You're like, you treat her, and I just felt so humbled and inspired by her.
Yeah, it speaks volume.
Yes.
Definitely.
And she never forgets me. I remember when Beyonce came to Puerto Rico a couple years ago, and I was walking in the hotel, and it's Yvette, Janette! Yeah, and she's like, I still have your number. Where are you? And then brought her to the brunch.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but she's
again.
on the island, right?
She's on island now.
Right.
She came down for Kristen's event as well.
Event. She was at Kristen's event yesterday.
Yeah.
And she will be there this afternoon.
She will be.
Evening.
She will be. Yes.
So, wow, she's going to have a good time in the islands.
Oh, yes. She let me to know. She's like, Janet, I packed my weekend number 1 bag, and I have my weekend number 2 bag. She's so excited to be in the British Virgin Islands.
Awesome. So what do you say to women out there who haven't yet bought their tickets? Are tickets still available, number one?
Tickets are still available here in the BVI at Allure Day Spa.
Okay, great.
Or you could get them online at CaribbeanPosh.com.
Okay.
If you're in the USVI, you can get them at Smith's Ferry Services.
Okay, great. What do you say to those girls who are wondering, or young women or women with the girl inside? What do you say to them wondering is this something I should go to? I mean, what do I expect? They've never been. What are they to expect?
I would say that you should come.
Okay.
You should come with an open mind. If you're not good at networking, own that you're not good at networking and put yourself out there and learn.
Okay.
That's one key thing that I would say to people, because I think sometimes we realize that we might not be as good at networking as we would like to be, and we don't always feel comfortable to just do it.
Yeah. Right.
Just do it. If you really want to achieve something in your life, you got to get out there and network. There's a saying, some people say, if you want to be a champion, associate yourself with champions. If you're gonna be a zero, you're gonna associate yourself with zeros. So I know you don't want to be a zero. So
That's true.
I think I have the saying all wrong, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
We get it. We got the
I
gist
think
of
they're
it.
getting it. I think they're getting it.
But yeah, the brunch brings together Caribbean women of power and influence. So say, for example, if you're interested in being in the whole media world, public relations, that sort of thing, entertainment, you would want to network with someone like Yvette Knowles-Shore.
Right.
Other panelists we have, we have the queen of soca, Allison Hines.
Lovely.
I'm telling you, and her story is so...
Her story is amazing, and she's an amazing woman.
Yeah.
She's been doing it for a very long time. And Allison, I actually featured Allison on the cover of the magazine a couple years ago. And she's just amazing. Yeah. And I think we don't always get the opportunity to speak to someone like that. We custom are going to the concerts and whatever and dancing and waving, but we don't get to appreciate the person until we have an opportunity like this to know what her struggles have been, the sacrifices she makes to be able to deliver the things that we love about her. I think when we have that opportunity, we love her even more.
Of course.
So yes, the Queen of Soca, Miss Allison Hines, will be with us, along with Davina Bennett from Jamaica. She's Miss Universe second runner-up.
I saw that.
Amazing young lady as well. So who else we have? Oren Roebuck, Senior VP at Popular, or Banco Popular, along with Miss Stephanie Burke, CIBC First Caribbean Bank.
Okay.
So a very diverse panel.
I was going to say.
And our very own Kristen is going to be with us as well. Kristen has been supporting the event from day one.
From day one,
yes. So along with Jay Applewaite, Barbadian luxury bridal designer.
okay. Wow.
Her gowns are beautiful. If you see them, like
I've heard her name.
I told her, I
definitely
said,
heard her
look,
name.
I'm so in love with your gowns. I just want to get married every day. Every time I see a dress, I just want to get married because they're just so
They
beautiful.
just bring on that feeling.
And she herself has a very interesting story that
Okay.
could be very inspiring to someone who is still trying to figure out where they want to be, what they want to
Right.
do, and how to
Right.
get there. Because she's that type of individual who said, I hated my life as a civil engineer, and I just quit my job and decided to do what I love.
Amen.
Yeah.
And you know that takes a lot of guts.
But that takes a lot of guts. But one of the things that I like is about this generation, they're so fearless and so eager to go after what they want. You know, so having people like you who, I mean, your story in itself, and then you're talking about Allison Hines and all these other women. I mean, that just inspires.
Yeah.
Love it. Love women. Caribbean Posh Magazine. You're here with Janette and Suede Show at the BVI Chick. This is Pulse VI. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Right back,
Caribbean
guys.
Superstation 90.9 FM.
Pulse VI.
Pulse VI, Caribbean Superstation 90.9 FM. We're here at Posh Magazine.
Yeah.
Caribbean
Miss
Posh.
Janette
Miss
Brin,
Janette.
Miss Fashionista. Let me tell you guys, when I got my outfit together, because, you know, I wear the Pulse shirt, I was like, okay, I have to throw a splash of something else in there because Miss Fashionista is coming to the set and I want to look right. And, you know, my son is hard on me, so I got to make sure I live up to him. You know what I'm saying?
My
So,
son is hard on me too.
Yeah,
He's
and it's
20
Mother's
years
Day
old, and he's
tomorrow.
Like, Mom, you going to the house like that? Like, Mom,
Yeah.
come on, Mom.
Yeah. So, yeah,
Well,
Happy
you set a
Mother's Day.
standard,
Happy Mother's Day.
probably. You set a standard
I
for
did,
him, so
thank
he,
you.
I guess he knows now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Janet, tell us a little bit about your
Entrepreneur.
entrepreneurial spirit. Sorry. You know, you're involved in so much things.
sure
When do you
am.
find time?
I don't know. I was messaging Kristen. I'm like, I'm from funeral to interview to your thing. I don't want to miss nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think I would say that I got my entrepreneurial spirit from my grandfather.
Oh, wow.
I
Yeah, my
always give him
sympathy on
credit to
that.
that. The late Captain Ira Smith.
Yes.
He was an amazing man, and he definitely left an impact on not only his children, but I think the whole Virgin Islands.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, he did.
Absolutely.
For a lot of the work that he has done, and I definitely have always been inspired by him. Just everything about him.
Yeah, I read your tribute after he passed, and it was so beautiful. I mean, it touched me because it's like, that's to a granddad. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that should that's just telling the type of relationship you guys had.
Yeah, he for my sister and I and my cousin Sean Smith, who sails the boat. The three of us were the grandchildren who were raised by him.
Okay.
And my grandmother, Keitha
Right.
Smith.
Okay.
So he was more than a grandfather. He
Yeah.
was our father.
Yeah.
He did everything. Everything that I have is because he was a father to me.
Wow. That's
Yes,
sweet.
hands down.
Sweet, 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 sweet. Wow.
Yes. So he, that kind of just encouraged me to just want to do things, want to be creative. And, he was also someone that wanted to do things that helped other people. A lot of people recognize my grandfather for being, he was a very strict man, but he was very given. He gave a lot to everyone.
Awesome. I think people of that generation, they just had that type of spirit, because I could remember growing up in the BVI as a young child. Everyone gave. If you had, the neighbor had, it was like, and, like when you talk about the cattiness of women and what you wanted Posh to be, Caribbean Posh to be about, the
Yes.
brunch to be about women loving each other and appreciating each other and, respecting each other's differences. When we grew up, of course, times were different, but we were so loving to each other. So it's inspiring to see that you, at your age, is trying to recreate that, the importance of that, especially for our young ladies.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. I also have to recognize, just thinking about, because I'm thinking about all the influences that, perhaps drove me to do the things that I've done or continue to do. I have to give credit to my grandmother, Miss Keitha Smith.
Okay.
I know you know
I
her
know
as
Miss
well.
Keitha, yes.
She was the first commissioner, the female commissioner of customs.
Oh, wow.
You know, and she's someone who, you know, came from a time where they didn't get, you know, their college education. You know, she went away with my grandfather and supported him while he got his.
Okay.
And, you know, he went on to become the first licensed architect here in the
Wow.
BVI and a number of things. But she came home after he graduated and decided she had to work.
Wow.
And she worked her way up to becoming the commissioner.
Wow.
No education.
Wow. That's
That's
inspiring.
amazing, right? You never knew that.
I didn't
Yeah.
know
So
that
that's amazing.
either.
She's the first
We all learned
female
Yeah.
See?
to be in that role.
Wow. So yeah, of course, with all that behind you, girl, you have no option but to propel yourself.
choice.
I'm telling you,
Yes.
you have to maintain that legacy and pass it on.
Now,
Maintain
in the
it.
past,
Yes.
at the brunches, how many women or ladies have attended?
We always have a full house. It's always been, for the past 3 years, at least 150 to 200 people in there. We moved, the first 2 years were at Scrub.
Scrub, yeah.
And I remember last year we had a challenge trying to fit everyone in the room.
Yeah.
So we're going to see what happens at the moorings. There's
This is that little
bit more
conference room by the
space.
pool, right?
Yeah.
Correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to
Which-
work over there, so I think I saw. Don't. I think I think I remember it. They were setting up, and I wasn't working at the time, but they were setting up, so
okay.
I kind of saw.
But the room always looks so delicious.
does.
Listen to
It
me, so
does.
delicious.
Well, you know, that's part of the signature with Caribbean Posh, and it's for the women.
Yeah.
You're coming out to have like this day or weekend, if you want to, of more or less fellowship with your sisters.
Right.
You need to be.
I'm telling you.
You need to be
the
posh. You need to celebrate
the
yourself.
sisters are fly. Do you
They
tell?
are.
I'm
They
telling
are.
you.
They are.
It's like a little mini fashion show. With,
It is.
And you know,
Yes, you feel
coming
good.
off at Scrub, I mean, the feeling with them all coming off the boat and seeing them
Yeah.
walk down the runway. I'm telling you, the colors and everything.
Yeah, it's a lot
Vibrant.
of fun.
it makes me want to go.
Sorry.
I know.
Okay.
Sucks.
The only guys that, and this has been on purpose, because I get this question all the time.
Yeah.
Why can't the guys come? Or why you don't do one
don't
for
need to be there.
guys? No, they don't need to be there at all. The only guys that have been there are anybody holding a camera or working the sound. But they too have been inspired.
Yeah.
But what I would say is make sure your significant other has a ticket to go.
Yeah.
It's not too late.
That's
She could buy her own ticket.
And it's Mother's Day.
just kidding.
And it's Mother's Day tomorrow.
You know,
throw it in the basket.
a lot of men do that for their wives or significant other. You know, give them a day to
Yeah.
enjoy yourself.
Of
Go out, get
course.
dressed up, and go enjoy yourself with your girlfriends. You know,
Right.
she'll come home and be a better woman for you,
Right.
and for herself too, of course.
Right.
Hopefully.
Right.
I'm kidding. Yeah.
He likes to start.
He's funny. Yes, he does. He does.
Yeah.
Can you give us an idea of like how the day would go? Like for someone who's hasn't been there.
Okay.
How the day would go in terms of when you get there. Just
What
an
do you
idea.
eat?
Yeah.
So this year, I must say, this year we're doing a little bit more. On the Friday evening, the day before, we're going to have a welcome reception. So this is where the guys could come out too and get an opportunity
Nice.
to meet some of the guests.
Okay.
So that's our welcome cocktail at Island Roots on Friday night. It'll start off around 6 p.m.
In the back room.
Yeah. We have
Nice.
DJ Dre.
Okay.
Nice.
And we have Akeem Stanley giving a special showcase because, you know, he's an
Yes,
awesome,
he's awesome.
designer here. And then the big day, Saturday, May
Okay.
19th, we're doing it this year at the Moorings Marina in the main restaurant.
Okay.
And brunch will start promptly at 11 a.m.
Okay. Don't be late, ladies.
Don't be late. There's no such thing as being fashionably late,
I'm telling you. Okay.
especially if you want to get a good seat.
Right.
So what else? So we start at 11 a.m. It usually starts off where I'll give some sort of welcome, and we're going to introduce our host this year, Miss Nikki Z. I don't know if you're familiar with Nikki
the
Z.
name,
She used to be on
yeah.
I think she's a DJ, right?
She's a DJ
Yeah.
out of Jamaica. She had a syndicated show. She has a syndicated show.
Okay.
We don't hear it right now because C-Rod is not on the air.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So hopefully when that comes back, we'll get, or
Yeah.
somebody else will pick her
Pick
up.
her up.
So it's Nikki Z out of Jamaica, along with our amazing panelists.
Yeah.
We have a big panel this year.
Yeah, I saw
So it's
that.
going to be broken up into sessions. The first session focusing on money and power, with some subtopics within there. So you'll have people like Kristen and Jay Applewaite and Yvette sharing from their own individual perspectives some thoughts around how do you do this?
Right.
You know, how
Yeah.
do you effectively manage your money so that you could get from point A to point B?
Okay.
You know, maybe even highlighting some of the mistakes they have made along the
Right,
way
right.
that they're now trying to fix. So, you know, those type of things, how they've gotten to where they are. And these are the things, the real life things that can help all of us in the room
Right.
figure out our own
Right.
space, you know.
How we're going forward.
And then we're going to go into beauty.
Of
Style and
course.
beauty, of course. This is very important.
Very.
Gotta get into the beauty.
No, it's very, I'm joking about it, but you know, beauty is a very important thing because it, especially for women.
Yeah.
You know, when you don't think confidently about yourself, or you're not in love with yourself and appreciate your own beauty
Right.
and appreciate somebody else's beauty,
Yeah.
you're gonna have problems.
Serious problems.
The
Serious.
insecurities will go through the roof.
Yeah.
Yes. So we're gonna talk about those type of things, you know, and you know, get into Davina's natural hair. She made history coming on the international stage at Miss Universe,
Yeah.
wearing natural hair
Yeah.
for the first time. That the world has never seen this apparently.
Right.
But she made history with that, and it landed her an endorsement with Shea Moisturizer.
Wow.
Nice.
So I mean, she's doing well, and so she's gonna share. And even Miss Allison Hines, you
Yeah.
know, she wears locks, but then sometimes lately,
Yeah.
she's getting into doing the lace wigs.
Wigs, yeah.
So we're looking forward to her sharing her like the story on why she has decided to
Yeah.
do that.
I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to it because I'm gonna be there.
Yes, you
we
will.
sneaking in, Blake.
Yes, you will.
And then we're going to have a little bit of talk around health because we have, I don't think I mentioned earlier, Dr. Leslie Ann
yeah.
Williams, by way of Trinidad. She's based in St. Thomas, and she's going to share some thoughts around what are the things ailing us today,
Yeah.
health-wise, and things that we should be
Especially
doing.
at Caribbean women, because we tend to have different strains of stuff than what's on the mainstream
Right.
mainland. Yeah,
And of course, there's an amazing fashion show.
of course.
The brunch always tends to highlight Caribbean women in fashion.
Okay.
So we have Kristen, of course.
Yeah.
She's her 10th anniversary line will be on the runway,
Yeah.
along with Men and I Designs.
Another awesome woman.
Yes, she's awesome. I love
Yeah.
her. Makita Smith.
Yes.
And then we have Jay Applewaite
Okay.
will be on the runway.
So that's four designers, correct?
Well,
Five?
3 at the brunch, and
Okay,
but
gotcha.
Akeem
Will
will be
be
at
the
the
Friday
Friday
night.
night,
Cocktails.
because
Meet
he's
and
not
greet.
a
Is there a cover
Yeah.
charge for Friday night, or is just you come
Friday is
and
free.
Okay, and you just
Friday
come
is
in.
free. The only ticketed event is Saturday.
Okay, awesome.
And tickets, as I said earlier, are at Allure Day Spa, or you could get them online at CaribbeanPosh.com. Or if you're in the USVI, check Smith's Ferry, because you can also make your reservations for your ferry
for the ferry
over.
one time, right?
And then Sunday, we have a little unwind over at Nanny Key, Peg
Oh,
Legs, Posh
okay.
Girls having soca on the beach. So that's a
Hey.
really
Listen,
laid back.
guys, a weekend of activities. I'm telling you,
there.
I'm loving it.
Well, yeah, because I thought
know you're there.
it's just about encouraging people to come out. I mean, you
Yeah.
even said it yourself. You don't get out enough.
I need to. I'll be there.
I will admit I'm working, and I want to get out a little bit
Yeah.
more often. So we've created these opportunities for people to just come out and hang out, enjoy some good company, some good music, some good food.
Awesome.
And those 2, Friday night and Sunday during the day, 11 to 5, I think it is free.
You just come out and have a good
Yeah,
time.
the
Perfect.
ticketed event
It's
is on Saturday.
So
There we go.
awesome.
And tickets start at $85, and you get a discount when you get your girls together. Me and my bestie,
Bring
me
your
and my
crew.
girl, you know.
And take advantage of the discount, people. I saw the
Yes.
prices; they're
Yeah.
reasonable. They're lovely.
Yes.
And for the
what you're
panel.
getting, for what you're
Yeah.
getting, it is worth it.
Everybody leaves with a nice goodie bag.
Wow.
So yeah.
Good,
Alrighty.
guys. We're gonna take another break. We're here with Janet from Caribbean Posh.
Yes, we'll be right back.
Pulse VI Swain Show. We'll be back.
Pulse VI.
Hey, Pulse VI. We're back with Janet from Caribbean Posh.
We're back, and the hour has gone by so quickly. But before the time run out, I want to send Mother's Day shout out to the Pulse and WPE mothers in the family, as well as to our lovely guests, to the wider BVI and Virgin Islands. Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Pray that you all have a blessed day.
Yeah, and special happy Mother's Day to my mom, Nikki, and all the lovely women in my life.
Yes, and my mom's listening in Maryland. Go, Mom.
Oh, my sister should be listening in Maryland. Happy Mother's Day to my twin sister Lynette.
Yes. Happy
Happy
Mother's Day, Lynette.
And my grandma, Keitha Smith.
Happy Mother's Day, Grandma.
And my
Smith.
mom, Marjorie.
Marge. How could you forget Marge?
I know. Marjorie is unforgettable. She's an amazing mother.
Yes, yes, yes. Happy Mother's Day to all the beautiful moms.
Yes.
We appreciate you.
Now, as far as legacy goes with Posh, where do you see yourself, or what do you see? What do you have planned that
What's
you can
next?
tell us?
Yeah.
I commit myself every year. You know, people make New Year resolutions. I make a commitment to do something different. So the introduction of the Posh Girl Talk thing was just something new.
Yeah.
Trying to think outside the box to further grow the brand.
Right. And it worked.
The movement.
I'm telling you,
Yes.
people are looking at those videos. Yeah.
So that was one. And then, of course, that will continue in that I plan to take Caribbean Posh or the Posh Girl Power Brunch in particular to different Caribbean islands.
Wow.
That has always been the goal. I have Empress Janelle on me
Of
to come
course.
to Trinidad.
Of course.
Oh, that would blow up there.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would
And
blow up.
Yvette Noel Shore has been on me to come to New York.
So see.
So, yes,
Wow.
we're trying to reach Caribbean women everywhere.
Awesome. Well, New York is the place. I'm
Yes,
telling
that
you.
is definitely the little Caribbean.
You can't go
Yes.
to JFK without seeing like 22 Jamaicans.
That is true.
Well, you know, when we were growing up here, every Tortolian that went to the U.S. went to New York. That's where people say,
Yeah.
oh, they're in New York. They're
Yep.
in New York. No matter where they were, they were in
Who
New
went
York.
to New York.
Now it's Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people going to Florida too. Lately, I guess New York full.
I guess so.
Maybe.
Wow.
But
They
yeah.
did say that there are more Puerto Ricans in New York than they actually are in Puerto Rico, right?
Oh, probably. Probably.
I mean, it's been a joke, but it does have a significant amount of Puerto Ricans in New York.
Yeah.
That probably could be the case because what I've learned too is we as Caribbean people might go away to New York or Florida or what have you and start families.
Right.
And then we have descendants who've never come home.
Never.
I was in Orlando one time on vacation and I walked into this mall and this girl, you know, I was like, we just got into conversation.
Yeah.
She was checking me out. I'm like, oh, I'm from Tortola and da-da-da-da-da and all this. And then we figured out we were cousins
See? Small
because
world.
she's a Maduro,
Oh.
but she had never been down here. And I was like, I have several aunts that live, or great aunts that live in this area. So
Wow.
I know we are
Wow.
related.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes. So
Yes.
it's a small world.
Small world.
Small world.
So in terms of, you know, what's next for you, I know that we have the young ladies in the territory. Lately, we've had a lot of them doing fighting after school and, you know, we have the split shift and a lot of them are doing nothing. And what do you think, do you have any plans in terms of your platform to reach out to any, you know, any programs or anything that you're embarking on?
I have worked with young people in the past. I've taken advantage of opportunities to speak at the high school or
great.
different schools when I could. And I do want to do more of that. I want to figure out ways to reach that exact audience that you're talking about because I found when I've had the opportunity to meet with them, I think they need to be awakened and realize that you don't have all the time in the world life today goes so fast.
It's true.
And
That
if you
is
don't,
so-
if you're in high school, don't feel like you're so young and you just want to have fun. You have so much fun, and then when come time to enter the real world, you're not prepared because the world is so advanced, and you didn't take the time to really think about what you want to do with yourself as a
Right.
grown-up.
Wow.
You have to think about it when you're in high school. You
Yeah.
have to, hands down. You can
Yeah.
have some fun.
Of course.
No, I'm not saying have fun. Have some fun, but don't have so much fun that you forgot about the great person that you could be. And you didn't take time to prepare for that. Whether it be study, like in conversations that I have had with students, make it your business. If you want to be an accountant, take your time to find out who's a leading accountant in the territory that you might have the opportunity to just speak with.
Right.
And it's no such thing as a stupid question.
I'm with
Just
you.
go and just ask whatever you need to ask to help you figure out
Right.
what you need to do
yeah.
to get where you want to be. Because that could make or break you in becoming the best person that you could possibly be.
Right.
So
Do you think that something like your power brunch would be something that could be segued to a younger generation? I mean,
It can be, and in some ways it has been, because
Okay.
we have had students attend.
awesome.
I have to shout out Skelton Group of Companies, who was one of the sponsors that was something that they made it a point to do, make it possible for some girls to attend.
That is awesome.
So I would encourage companies to do that as well. I
And
also
it's
have to
not too
shout out
late.
Ms. Carrier Christopher, who is actually doing something. I forget what her event is called, but she's doing
Yes,
something
she
of the
is.
sort.
Yes.
Focusing on that. She's going to be doing like some etiquette stuff and stuff like that. So, yeah, I definitely believe these are things that we should do. And exposing young girls to Caribbean women of power and
Yeah.
influence
Important.
could just
Oh.
let them know. And, for a young girl, because it reminds me of when I was younger, you looking at TV and you're thinking, I'm on this little island of Tortola. Can I be on TV?
I'm telling
Can
you.
I be Rihanna, or can I be trying to think of an actress names, like just all these
Kerry Washington?
Yes, can I be-
Yeah.
Caribbean Posh Girl Power Brunch says you can.
You
Yvette
can.
Noel Sure is an example of that, because
Right.
she came from a little tiny island known as Grenada,
Right.
Spice Island.
Yeah.
And now, when you go to a Beyonce concert, she's the woman behind the scenes
Yes.
doing the PR.
Yes.
She's been recognized by Billboard magazine as a leader in her field.
Right.
You can. Anything that you could possibly dream of being, you can be. All you have to do, I know we hear it all the time,
Yeah.
but it is true.
Right.
And someone like her is a prime example.
Right. So maybe one of the great things that could happen also is mothers, bring your daughters.
Bring
You
your
know what I'm
daughters.
saying?
Yeah.
Bring your daughters, because it's an experience that would help them grow individually.
Right. And together.
It's something that will stay with them forever.
Yeah.
Yes, I would
So-
definitely say you have a high school age daughter.
Yeah.
You should bring her.
Awesome.
Bring her, because she needs to start thinking about her life.
And those connections.
Making those
Those
connections.
connections.
You
From
never know,
now.
she might get an internship
I'm
somewhere.
telling you. Those connections goes a long way.
So yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Wow, the hour is almost over.
It's almost over.
Almost over. But we wanted you to plug your social media platforms,
Yeah.
let people know where they could get the tickets again.
Okay. All right. So this is Janette Brin of Caribbean Posh Magazine and the producer of the leading empowerment event for Caribbean women. And I'm inviting you to make sure you are in the house at the Moorings Marina on May 19th for the 3rd annual Caribbean Posh Girl Power Brunch. Also join us on Friday evening at the Island Roots for our little welcome cocktail. It's going to be definitely posh with DJ Dre and lots of fashion. And unwind with us on Sunday at Nanny Key down at Peg Legs for Posh Girls. It's Soca on the Beach with DJ Juice. So come out and have fun. Tickets are at Allure Day Spa. The only ticketed event is the brunch on Saturday. Kicks off at 11 a.m. Be on time and well dressed. Yes. So
Don't forget that.
don't
ladies.
forget that part. Yes, tickets, Allure Day Spa, and online at CaribbeanPosh.com. You can definitely log on there and learn about all that Caribbean Posh is about. And also St. Thomas USVI, we're looking forward to you coming over because we had a whole contingency last year. So we're looking to see y'all again. Check in at Smith's Ferry Services and join us here in the beautiful British Virgin Islands.
Awesome. Thank you, Janet, for being here with
Thank you
us.
for being here.
Thank
It's a
you
great
as well.
I think you've shared so much that
We barely had
you
to
should
ask
have
questions.
a full house. I'm telling you, you should have no space for anyone. And please, ladies, don't complain that there's nothing to do. Next
Right.
weekend, there's a lot to do.
Exactly.
Be in the house. Remember, you could hit us up on our social media platforms, Pulse VI, WPE. If you'd like to advertise with us, information will also be on all our social media platforms. We look forward to having you on, listen to us on our next show, and we're going to be out.
Boom. That's it.
Awesome.
boom.
Caribbean
Thank you very
Superstation,
much.
Pulse VI.
Have a good week, guys.
weekend.
Happy Mother's Day.
And don't forget, you're going to see me there on Sunday, Saturday, and Friday at Posh, Caribbean. I'll be there in the back just, trying to sneak in. Bye, listeners.
We be the heart of the VA. Feel the pulse and you will see why. Where I from, we do it B.I.G. On each other we could rely. Feel the pulse of the VA. Listen close and you will see why. The information will set you free. Stand together, never divide. Pulse VI.